Hello. This presentation is going to walk you through the new graduation requirements. As you are probably already aware, the state of Ohio has set out new graduation requirements for the class of 2018 and beyond, which is this year's current ninth graders. The district focus of Akron Public Schools is to be the #1 urban school system in the United States, and our purpose is to prepare each child for success. This presentation would fall under Focus Area 3, Collaboration and Engagement with External Stakeholders. We want to make sure that you are aware, as a stakeholder, what is required for each child for graduation. Let's start by reviewing the graduation coursework requirements for the students in the class of 2018 and beyond. As previously mentioned, this would be the class of current ninth graders. The graduation coursework is going to require that each student have 21 total credits, and the credits must be in the following areas: 4 English, 4 math, including Algebra 2 and higher, 3 science, 3 social studies, 1/2 credit of health, 1/2 credit of phys ed, and that's awarded in quarter credit increments, so each student would have to pass phys ed twice, and then 6 elective credits. The students must also meet a financial literacy requirement, and that requirement is currently embedded in our American government class. And they also need 1 year of a fine art credit, and this requirement could be met anywhere from grades 7 through 12. So some of our 7th and 8th graders may have already satisfied this graduation requirement. In addition to the coursework requirements, there are also testing requirements, and there are 3 pathways that the state has developed to meet these requirements. One would be the end-of-course assessments, and these are the tests that are replacing the OGT that you may have heard about or that earlier children might have had to pass to graduate. Another way to meet this pathway would be satisfying a college readiness benchmark on a nationally standardized test, such as the ACT or the SAT. And the third way to satisfy this requirement would be to pass an industry credentialing test, which would be a career tech assessment in addition to a work ready assessment. And we will talk about each of these in a little more detail. The end-of-course assessments are also known as OSTs, or Ohio State Tests. Students must earn a total of 18 points on 7 end-of-course assessments, and the assessments are given in English 9 and 10, at the end of algebra and geometry, physical science, American history, and government. The 18 points must be spread across 7 different exams, and each area has a minimum number of points that must be earned. In English Language Arts, which consist of English 9 and English 10, students must earn a minimum of 4 points. In Algebra and Geometry, students must earn a minimum of 4 points across those 2 exams. And a 6-point minimum must be earned in the science test and the 2 American history and government tests. Now, if you do the math, you will notice that earning the minimum amount of points is only going to add up to 14 points. So a student earning only the minimum in the areas would not satisfy the graduation requirement. However, students can score 1 to 5 points on each test. So if a student were to hit the midpoint of each test, which would be a score of 3 on each individual exam, they would more than satisfy the 18-point requirement. Some of you may have a current ninth grader who completed Algebra 1 last year as an eighth grader, or even possibly a ninth grader who completed Algebra 1 in seventh grade and Geometry in eighth grade. Those students will be grandfathered in with 3 points for that exam completed before 2014. If they pass the course, they earn 3 points in that area. There will also be provisions for students who move into Ohio in later grades and for students who are enrolled in AP and IB courses. We are still waiting on information to come from the state as exactly what those provisions will be, but as soon as we know, we will make sure you know. Another way to satisfy the testing requirements other than the OSTs or Ohio State Test is to score college ready on a national college admission test. You will see on this slide the scores that are considered college ready for the ACT and the SAT. Students reaching those scores on those exams may substitute that score for the Ohio State test in that particular area. As you will note, there is no corresponding science score or social studies score to replace the Ohio State test scores in that particular area. The final pathway to satisfy the testing requirement is for a student to earn an approved industry credentials on a workforce readiness exam as well as an industry credentialing test. These tests are usually linked to a career technical course, and the student would complete the test at the end of the senior year. The list comes out each spring, and the students can use the test from the junior year or the senior year. That sums up what is necessary for the high school graduation requirements, and now we're going to talk about an opportunity for your child to earn extra. And when we talk extra, we're talking about the possibility of earning college credit while still in high school. You might have previously heard of this opportunity as post-secondary options or as dual enrollment. The new name for it is College Credit Plus. College Credit Plus applies to any course a student takes for both high school and college credit, whether that be taken on the college campus, online, or in the building with an adjunct professor. All public high schools and colleges must participate, and all credit must be transcripted. What does transcripted credit mean? It means that at the end of the course, the credit is applied to both the high school and the college transcript and will be factored into both GPAs. What's different about College Credit Plus? First of all, it must be made available to students in grades 7th through 12th. And students can earn up to 30 credit hours per year for 4 years, or for a maximum of 120 credit hours. It still will remain free to the student, while the institutions of higher education and the public school district split the cost. However, the courses must apply to a degree or some type of professional certification, and remedial courses are not allowed. In order to qualify for College Credit Plus, students must meet college admission requirements. These requirements will vary from school to school, but are the same as the regular admission requirements for traditional students. There are no special requirements for younger students, such as needing a higher GPA or a higher ACT score. The college admission exam is mandatory, so students must plan on taking either the ACT or the SAT. If a student is under the age of 13, they must register via a paper packet and are not able to register online. These packets can be received from your school counselor or by going online and requesting that one be mailed to your house on the testing website. Do you have additional questions regarding graduation requirements or College Credit Plus? If so, make sure to visit your school counselor or check our website for additional information as received from the state. Thank you.